Eddie the Magic Monk. Eddie the Magic Monk. Eddie the Magic Monk. Eddie the Magic Monk.
Hey guys, it's Eddie the Magic Monk. Thanks for watching another tutorial on Galaxy S10e. You're probably looking at my phone thinking, Eddie, what happened to your phone? Why is it black? And that's because I realized that I needed to do some things to conserve my battery, because the battery runs out pretty quickly compared to other phones that I've used, because this is SE, I guess. E stands for Express. So it's sort of a light model and the battery is not very big. Okay, the phone is very light, very small, very slim, but the battery is not big. So I've had to do a few things to conserve the battery, and it's now a lot better. So you might have to do the same thing to save your battery. So the first thing I did was I changed the theme to a black theme. And because when it's displaying black, it uses a lot less battery than when it's displaying white. So how do you do that? All you have to do is hold down on your home screen, go to themes, and then just select a theme with a black background. Okay, in this case, I've chosen this theme. But let's say you want to choose a bright theme. Okay, so that was my original theme. And you can see that with this original theme, when you go to messages, for example, everything is white. And that's using a lot more power. So to keep this theme, if you like these icons and that, all you got to do is you're going to go to settings and go to display and turn on night mode. Because if you turn on night mode, it's going to be black again. All your apps, they're going to be black. So I'm just going to keep it like that, but if you want, you can also change to the theme with a black background. Okay, so once you have altered your theme to make sure that most of the things have a black screen, right? For example, Google and all that, black screen. Then what you want to do is you want to go into device care. Okay, so you can see that if I go up, this is my list of apps. I've got a section called device care. Now, you might not see this button. Okay, if you don't see this button, what you need to do is you need to go to settings, and then you need to find device care, and you'll see that this is a very powerful app right here. Usually you need to download other apps to do this, but you can simply optimize your phone by clicking this button, and it's going to get rid of the background apps you're not using. It's going to clear your memory, all that sort of stuff. So this is a very useful feature. So click the three dots, and you're going to see an option called Show Icon on App Screen. Oops. Show Icon on App Screen. You're going to do that so that in your list of apps, you'll see this device care. Okay, so you're going to go into device care. Go into device care, click optimize now, and obviously it's going to optimize your phone, free up a bit of space, close some background apps. By doing that, you're going to save a bit of battery. Okay, you're going to extend your battery life a bit just from doing that. Okay, so now what you then need to do, okay, these are all things that you can do in here to make sure your battery lasts a bit longer, is you're now going to go to battery and you're going to change your power mode. Now you can see right now it's on this optimized mode, but that's okay as long as you've got adaptive power saving turned on. When you've got adaptive power saving turned on, the phone will switch between these three options depending on what you're doing automatically. Okay, it's going to restrict background data, turn off always on display, limit CPU speed, all that sort of stuff. It's going to set the power mode automatically based on your usage patterns. Okay, so when you don't need something, it's going to go into medium power saving or maximum power saving. But I'm just going to go to medium power saving. All right, medium power saving. Right, medium power saving mode has been turned on. So if you turn that on, it's going to save a bit of battery, but you're not letting the phone control what mode to put it on. Okay, so if you want the phone to control that, you can turn this on. You can experiment a bit, see which one saves more battery if you like. But I'm just going to go with this one for now because it's sort of been working for me. Okay, so I'll let the phone pick which option to be on. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you're going to go to the three dots. You're going to go to settings here under battery. And you're going to turn on adaptive battery. And that means that it will limit battery usage for apps that you don't use very often. Okay, so if you have this off, it's not going to limit battery usage for apps. And that's not good. Okay, because you want to make sure that the apps that you're not using very often, that they don't use your battery. So turn that on, put unused apps to sleep, turn it on. Sleeping apps will never be able to run in the background. So if you don't want an app to run in the background, add it to this list. You can add some more apps. So what's another app you don't want to run in the background? Let's say I don't want Down Dog to run in the background. Let's say I don't want Bixby to run in the background. Just all the apps you don't want to run in the background. Camera, what's that going to do in the background? Anything you don't want to run in the background, just add it to this list. Okay, I'll let you add the other lists, but these apps won't run in the background. Bixby, you might use it a bit later after we investigate it a bit more. But auto disable unused apps. Apps that aren't used for a longer period of time, disable it. Obviously, it hasn't got that data yet because I haven't used my phone for that long. Optimize settings. Save battery by optimizing your settings when you're not using your phone. So when you're not using your phone, it might turn down the brightness. It might turn off the Wi-Fi, things like that. Okay, so let's turn that on. So that's basically the settings and battery. Okay, so basically just by looking at this, it's going to help you a lot with battery life. Okay, the last thing is memory. If you are using apps right now, it's going to be taking up your memory. Okay, because that's where the apps will be sitting when you turn it on. So these are all the apps that are on right now. So if you click clean now, it's going to clear them from your memory. All right. So that's also going to save a bit of battery life. Now, just remember anything that you've closed, obviously, it's not going to be able to receive any new information. So if you close Messenger, if you close Instagram, it's not gonna show up on. You're not going to be able to get new messages. So that's the downside of that. I've deactivated security. So if you want a bit more security on your phone, that's going to eat up a little bit of battery. Just keep in mind about that. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about in terms of battery life for your Galaxy S10e, so I sort of want to get that over with today, is I've downloaded a couple more apps to help me with stuff. So let's look at AccuBattery. AccuBattery tells you how long you're going to last with how many hours your current battery level is going to last you. So it thinks it'll last me 4 hours if I keep using it, 49 hours if I don't use it. Okay, and this is not very accurate because I've only used my phone for a few days and I've just turned on the battery saving mode. But it says that discharging speed, when the screen is on, it's going to lose 12% of my battery life per hour. When the screen is off, only 1% of my battery life. So basically, if you turn your screen off, your phone will last 100 hours, which is 4 or 5 days. 5 days. All right. So 4 days. So basically, that's the discharging speed. All right. And then right now, it's using 552 milliamps. Okay, so you can see when your screen is static, it's not doing much. But as soon as you move the screen, it's going to use up battery. The more stuff you use, the more battery you use. Okay, and then it ranks your battery usage by apps, ranks it by discharging speed. So I haven't even used my Google Drive. So that's probably another app you can put it to sleep or whatever. Average battery usage. It gives you a lot of data basically. Full battery life. Screen on 6 hours, screen off 75 hours, combined use 31 hours. So pretty much have to charge every day. Now, one last thing about battery that I think you're going to learn a lot from is that it's better to charge your battery to just 80% and take out the charging cord. Right? If you charge to 100% and you leave the charger on, that's going to diminish your battery life. And the last thing is if you use your battery, so how much power do I have now? 66% right now. If you use it to 0% and then charge, that's not good for your battery life either. So there's an article on the internet saying that your battery level should always be between 40 to 80%. Okay, so you shouldn't use it below 40, you shouldn't use it above 80. So you just charge a couple of hours during the day, a couple of hours before you go to sleep. That's what they're sort of recommending. So guys, one last thing before I leave is if you scroll down from the top and you scroll down again to bring up all of these toggle buttons, you see that I have turned everything off except 2 things. Right, so the 2 things that I've got on at the moment is actually going to help me save battery, and that's night mode as well as power mode. So the power mode that we're talking about, if you want to use something that's going to require a lot more CPU, like playing a game, then you can turn off power mode, and that's going to ensure that your CPU will be used to its full capacity. Otherwise, turn on power mode to get into power saving mode. All right, so yeah, that's the 2 toggles that I want to talk about before I leave you guys. All right, thanks for watching guys, see you next time.
Thanks for watching guys, see you next time.